All right, this is the last stock that I'm going to check out today, and this is Shopify. It is Canada's largest company by market cap, to my knowledge. It is very close with Royal Bank of Canada and with TD Bank in terms of market cap, but I think Shopify is the highest. So let's take a look. What do we see on the chart? Well, we've got that double bottom on the weekly, which was essentially a double bottom. It did break that low slightly, but not enough to say that it was a real break. It was a double bottom on the weekly. In fact, let's check out the US tickers. Sometimes you want to look at both the US and the Canadian side. You can take a look on the US side, and it was a double bottom. So when trading stocks that are on both the Canadian and the US side, a lot of times you're going to want to take a look at what's going on both sides. Sometimes I think stick to focusing on the US side on stocks that are duly listed. Like if you're Canadian, buy it on the Canadian side, but you want to take a look at the US charts because often there's a lot more volume on the US side. And so it's good to take a look at how the chart is on the US side. And the reason why the chart is different, or slightly different anyways, is because of the fluctuations in the currency. So let's take a look at Shopify. I'm going to look at the Canadian side, if I could find it again, because I'm doing all Canadian stuff today. Shopify. So essentially double bottom on the weekly. On the US side, it was a double bottom. Then we got our low, our high, our higher low, bull flag, breakout, higher high up here, consolidating, potentially forming another bull flag on the weekly. And if you look, almost a little bit like a cup and handle, potentially a little bit of a monthly cup and handle, weekly cup and handle. What bulls want to see is a break of last week's high and then the high before, which is around $1,920, to really show strength and signal continuation to the upside above that $2,000 mark on the Canadian side. And obviously, that would be a good sign, and that would be a blue sky breakout. And since there's no previous price history above there, who knows how high it's going to go? It's 2,000 if it hits that. If we do get a bull breakout and it hits that 2,000, it's a blue sky breakout, and who knows where it's going to stop because there's no previous price history. There's no previous resistance. So at that point, you're looking at psychological resistance levels, 2,100, 2,200, or 2,150, 2,250, 2,300, 2,500, etc., etc. So we're going to take a look at that, and that's the bull case. If we get a blue sky breakout and this does end up being a bull flag and breaks bullish, it is possible, though, that we do get a bearish break, and it could be a fake out, sucking bulls in, making them think, we're in the clear, we got the double bottom, higher low, we're on a nice uptrend, bull flag, breaking out to all-time highs, and the bulls think they're all in the clear, they're all heavy into positions, and then it ends up being a bearish break. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm saying it could happen, and if that does happen, we would probably see some decent downside because a lot of people are positioned for this to break upwards. And if it doesn't end up happening, a failed bull pattern is very bearish. But I'm not saying whether it's going to happen or not going to happen. We're going to find out. You want to take a look. So what would be the clues? Well, right now we're in an equilibrium pattern. We got our high, our low, our lower high, our higher low. Now we're looking for it to trade within this range. A break of this range might signal the direction. A break of this low, 1756, let's give it 1750. Okay, as a safe target. Sometimes they'll break the supports just by a little bit of a fake out, and then ends up actually being the time to buy. So let's say 1750, a break below 1750 could be considered a bearish break, and a break above 1880 could be considered a bullish break on this pattern. What you want to see on a break is when something breaks, you want it to hold that level. So if it breaks below this support level and you're a bear, you want to see it hold below that support level, and that support level for it to become a resistance, because if it just breaks below but then gets bought right back up, then it's a fake out. And if you see a breakout to the upside, it's not just about breaking out, but you want to see it hold that area as a support and then continue further. So the resistance, you want it to become a support on a break, and the support, you want it to become a resistance on the break, unless you're looking for the fake out. So that's what we're looking for on Shopify. Overall, chart's looking good still. Getting a little bit of selling pressure up here. You had that high volume spike, and I talked about this a few weeks back, and I was looking for a pullback. And this is the concerning factor on this chart. Why is the volume so high right up here? To me, that means a lot of people entered right after this big move. And it's like it already went up so much. It's already up, from up here down as 1,200 up to, 1,800. It's already up 50%. And then everybody gets in. FOMO, right? So that's a bit of the concern now, because it's already went up so much from these recent lows. There's this huge volume spike. We're seeing some selling pressure around here, getting a little bit of that double top, trading below that 4-week moving average. So there is some bearish signs. Even though it looks good overall on the weekly, it could end up being a fake out, and this could take longer to play out than bulls would hope. Now, this could be a bull flag, could end up being a cup and handle essentially, but maybe it's not going to break out right away. Maybe it's going to take weeks. Maybe it's going to take some time. And you really, before you enter a trade, if you're a trader, you don't want to buy hoping for a break. You want to buy and then enter on the signal of the break. You want to wait for the opportunity to come to you. You don't want to enter on hope. Trading on hope is not a way to trade. You trade on analysis, you trade with signals, you wait for the opportunity to come to you. Right now, there's no clear sign that says buy yet. It could happen, of course, looking pretty good, but there is some bearish signs, so I would be cautious. So what you can do is you could enter around here, put a stop loss below this recent low, or put a stop loss below this low. But there's a possibility it drops to this middle daily Bollinger Band, and then it bounces from there. It fakes out anyone who sold on the break. So really, let's wait for a little bit more data before we decide what's going on over here on Shopify. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share. This is not financial advice. I'm going to do a sale on my course come September. You'll learn a lot more in the course. If you like my YouTube videos, you'll like my course. A sale will be in September. I'll let you guys know the sale when it's coming because I'm a nice guy. All right, so have a good summer. We'll talk soon. Enjoy your night.